I was at a war. I was at a Nerf war. I participated in a Nerf war. It has been forever since I have shot anybody with foam. And so the story is I happened to see this event late the night before the event, before the war came about, and on a whim decided maybe I will go and check it out. I wasn't sure how big it was. I knew no one there. I knew none of the participants. Um, I just knew that, hey, this is one that is 15 minutes away because there have been absolutely zero wars near me when I was active in the hobby, or even more active in the hobby as to now. I haven't seen many things. So decided to try it out. Got there the next day. I didn't even really pack well. I packed up my MK2 and a couple of my older blasters that I didn't even know if they would work. I didn't really have that many darts, so I was just like, I'll go. Maybe I'll just hang out, take some pictures, say hello, figure out what I'm missing, and come back next time if there is a next time. So I went to the fields. No one was there. I went over to the house. And, this entire time, I wasn't sure if I should even continue. Like I said, didn't know anybody. It was all just kind of up in the air. Glad I went. Went to the house, introduced myself, saw a whole lot of new people, saw one familiar face, or I'll let you guys figure out, because if you know, then you know. But it was a good time. It was in a gravel lot, which was odd. Normally we play on grass fields, but because of the rain, I'm actually happy that we weren't sliding around on grass. The gravel was hard packed, so we had our footing, and it was small enough with the amount of people we had. At most 10 people playing, so we had 2 teams of 5, just kind of in a paintball style of 315. We had some different rounds. We had a slingshot round. Did we have a slingshot round? I think we had a slingshot round. And we had an ultra round. They had, I think, one called a halo round. I honestly forget where it is, but everyone there was super cool. Everyone there was awesome. Very generous, very nice. I can't say enough good things, especially of our host, Foamdemic, and the crew, apparently, which is everybody there. So I appreciate them for being kind to me, just not having anything. Like I didn't even think about it. I didn't come with the normal screwdrivers, duct tape, and stuff to fix blasters with. I didn't even have a pouch for darts. I'm glad I brought cargo shorts so I could actually have something in pockets. And they had a couple loaner blasters there that I was able to use and pick up. So again, everyone was super friendly. Glad that I made that connection with everybody there. Glad they were able to put up with me. So if you are in Massachusetts, if you are in the Metro West area, and they say, they're going to schedule another war, don't know when, obviously with APOC coming up, I know the crew is going down to APOC, so if you are in the Metro West area and you are looking for a war, I highly recommend looking up Foamdemic, and there you go. So, because I was at a war, so it got me a little bit itchy to try to resurrect some of my blasters. I definitely want to get my Doomsayer back up and running. I went through some of my other things, my Night Finders. I found those, so I would definitely want to get those going. I found my secret shot pocket blaster little guys. I pumped those up with the expanded tank and the CPVC barrel. I found those and I pumped those up, and those are actually working as well as they, probably did way back when. So I'm gonna try to tune those up as well. But I was able to get a hold of a K26 on the fly. Again, thank you, Foamdemic. And I have my old. This is, I think, my third sodizzle breech Longshot. When I try these with the regular darts nowadays versus my slugs, the performance is pretty lackluster. So I want to try slapping in a K26 just to see what would happen. Maybe it will work better, or maybe I need to shorten the barrel. I have no idea. But figured the first thing to do would be to open this up and see what's inside and what I need to do and what might break. So let's go to the table. So normally I would be at my workbench in the other side of the room, but that is actually filled with a bunch of different projects that I have going on. So here's my temporary workspace table. So this is my sodizzle Longshot. For those of you not familiar with the sodizzle breech, this is basically a poor man's CPVC breech. The system is pretty elegant for what it is, and at the time it was, a great concept, and it was awesome. It's similar to a brass breech with CPVC. So let me go over the sodizzle breech. This is pretty self-explanatory. If you've done a brass breech, it'll be very similar in setup. You obviously have here the plunger tube, spring, plunger head in there. Your length of CPVC is connected all the way through. Hot glue into the plunger head here to make this one big solid piece. This goes all the way through. I don't know if you can focus in. I've got a piece of rod in there just to kind of reinforce this on top of the CPVC. This connects into the barrel, and unfortunately I can't take it out at the moment, but this is a CPVC coupler into another CPVC barrel. The coupler itself has been reamed out so that normally in a coupler there's a small ridge in here when you connect the two pipes. Reamed that out. The CPVC barrel is in there, and it has the other half to this. So basically it's in there upside down. This goes in, and then they push and fit together. So it's not a perfect seal by any means. There's really no way, there was no way to get any type of O-ring or like a rubber gasket to seal this up. So it's kind of a push fit in there, and you get a pretty good seal. And then obviously that all connects together, and there is the firing system. Slugs that I was using at the time worked amazing with CPVC. Regular darts today that are being used don't work as well. The foam is a little bit thicker. So with the K18, I was getting really good results with my slugs. The K18, this guy, with the darts that I have now, not so much. So in here is actually a K26 that I had received, and that is what I'm running. Results aren't as good. The problem I'm getting is the seal between the plunger and the barrel now. So I'm trying to get that ready and going so that I can see if I can improve that seal. And it's mainly because this thing is very loose, so I need to fix this. That's one of the issues. but I think if I fix that seal, this thing should work pretty well. This is what I've got. This is what I am attempting to do, and I'll put it all together and I'll show you guys the results. So luckily enough, I found a spacer here that should basically prevent this barrel from moving. And also I forgot to mention that I did put a stronger catch spring here in the back, and just so that it wouldn't pop off and fly all over the place. Technique is you put in a small screw up here on the top, but still making sure that the catch can do its full travel. But this basically captures the spring so that this will stay in place. All right, so let's put this whole thing together and see how it goes. Stay. All right, so this is all put back together again with the minimal amount of screws. I tried priming this once just to make sure I don't have things flying up in my face. But it primes okay. Everything works well. And so I was like, oh, okay, I will, test the seal, and hopefully it doesn't all just dry fire and just, shatter on me. And so put everything together, covered up the barrel, and then I was like, okay. Normally, if you plug the barrel and you fire, hopefully all that air is caught, and when you let your hand go, you'll feel or hear the air shoot out the end of the barrel. On mine, apparently, and I did put in some lube in the plunger tube, but it doesn't even sound like my plunger is going forward as fast as demonstrated by, okay, there it is. I hate dry firing it, but I don't know. So I feel that I should probably take out the plunger rod and the head and just double check those. Alright, so normally I would have set up a camera so I can show you guys the me firing it, but the basement is a bit messy, so too bad. Anyway, it does fire regular darts better, much better than it did with the K18. It can shoot across my basement, which is about 40 feet. Pretty decent speed. Don't have a crony, so I have no idea what that means or what that is or what that measurement is. But it's decent. I think definitely an improvement will be to remove the plunger in here and get that travel much better and clean everything out, just so that it's not as probably gooped up from years of dust and whatever. But so far, really good success. I'm really happy for this. So I will get this tuned up, and it is at least ready to use modern darts. So I'll probably start bringing up a couple more of my older blasters that I want to tinker with. Thank you guys. This is my sodizzle breech Longshot with my foregrip here that I printed. Little mag release lever there, and see you guys next time.